Hello, my name is Natalie Borrego, and this is my rhetorical analysis presentation. So I entitled my rhetorical analysis, Why People Want to Elect a K-Pop Idol for President. And my presidential candidate is right there. He's also right behind my wall, and his name is Kim Namjoon. He is 26 years old, and he is the leader and spokesperson of global music sensation BTS. Since BTS is a South Korean boy band, not all of them are very fluent in English. So thankfully, Kim Namjoon, also known as RM, is very fluent in English, and he gets to give all the speeches and interviews when needed. Now, one of the biggest platforms that he got to speak on was at the United Nations in 2018. So BTS and UNICEF had partnered during this year to create the duo of Love Myself. Now, with the Love Myself duo, they helped sponsor the hashtag End Violence campaign, which goal was to help children all around the world stop fearing abuse. Now, this message that he spoke about at the United Nations pertained to self-love, and the targeted audience was, of course, the youth, which is why UNICEF was there in the first place. But my question is, was this speech effective? And I have to answer why yes, it was. And it was very effective because RM got to persuade many people around the world and listeners from all across the globe, including fans and regular people and global leaders, that they should embark on the journey of self-love. Now, with this entire talk of self-love and ending violence, of course, I'm going to use none other than pathos. Pathos is a speaker's appeal to the audience with the use of emotions, and all these topics are very emotional. So I had two main points and how he used this rhetorical concept through the use of these two techniques. And so in the beginning, he talked about how he was just an ordinary boy. How, like many of us, he had big dreams in the world. But sadly, as he grew up, those dreams got crushed because he started listening to the voices of others. And he started letting those voices influence him, and he slowly began to lose himself because he was so pressured by all the things that this world bestows upon us. And it is with this that he established an empathetic connection with the audience, because just like many of us have gone through these obstacles, he has too, and he wanted to make sure that he could relate to us, which is why my first point was the relatability to his upbringing. So his upbringing was ordinary, just like all of us. We all had childhoods, and we've all had to deal with those kinds of very pessimistic experiences. So I wanted to show you a clip of him talking about this in action, and then I'll move on to my second point.
Like most people, I've made many and plenty mistakes in my life. I have many faults, and I have many more fears, but I'm gonna embrace myself as hard as I can, and I'm starting to love myself gradually, just little by little.
So, it is right there that we get to feel his emotions as well. By him explaining that he makes mistakes just like the rest of us, even if he's a celebrity, we get to feel that pain and sorrow through that same connection that he established. But it is also by the fact that he got to, even with his mistakes and flaws, get to love himself, that it became inspirational. So not only did we get to feel that pain and sorrow, but now we're getting motivated and we're getting inspired, which is why my second point was his inspirational journey. And to attest to this, many fans worldwide have claimed that BTS have helped them embark on this journey to self-love. How their music and their messages and stories have inspired them to do the same. And with that being said, that is how BTS in the first place, along with RM, got to make this speech so effective, because we could see the impact through all of their success. So the credibility is definitely there, and the use of pathos remains throughout the entirety of the speech. And the reason we want him for president is because whenever you see somebody that's very inspirational, that's just spewing words of motivation at you, you just want to look at them and be like, you know what, vote them for 2020, because they just make you feel so good, or they make you feel all the emotions. And it's with the moving of the audience that RM got those presidential features and that thing to say, oh, let's vote RM for 2020, because of how great he is at moving the audience. So that is why I believe that this speech was very effective, and it almost made me cry. I'm sure if you get to watch it, he'll make you cry too. But that is my rhetorical analysis, all done. Thank you so much for your time.